Hi, I'm Rick Deskin. I'm the artistic director and the founder of Eclectic Theater Company, and we've been a resident company at the Odd Duck Studio since 2006. This place has become my artistic home for the past 6 years. I've had the opportunity to play Hamlet, Scottish King. I've been able to start doing stand-up comedy. I've been able to do improv, and it's not just about me. It's about a lot of other artists and companies. I'm just going to kind of walk us around so you guys can see what's going on here. So right now, I'm in the rehearsal studio, which serves as our green room and also as a meeting space, a rehearsal studio, as I said. And on the weekends, I'm trying to sell some of my personal comic book collection. I'm going to show you what's going on here so that I can try to raise money for the Odd Duck Studio and Eclectic Theater Company's programs. Plus, my wife wanted me to make some space at home. So the three things I love are my family, theater, and comic books. So I'm kind of doing what I like, just I'm not getting paid for it right now. I'd like to someday. And I do on occasion when I work as an actor under SAG-AFTRA contracts or equity contracts, but I digress. I'm just going to kind of walk through and let you guys see, what we do here at Eclectic Theater Company is we produce and present original plays like this one right here that I directed last year. It was written by Rosemary Poole Carter, who is one of our artistic associates and our resident playwright. And we do classic works like The Misanthrope, which we did last year, directed by Kate Huisentruit. We I mentioned Hamlet and that Scottish play. If you look behind me, ooh, don't say that name. It's a cursed name. Once I had that role under my belt and the role of Hamlet, I knew that I could do anything. That I could play anything and do anything. But we also have been the location for a lot of alternative improv, and some of the best alternative improv has been by a group called Blood Squad. If you see this right behind me, they did improvised horror films. They do improvise horror films, and they're a group that started with us when we first took over the space, and now they've moved on to bigger venues. They're going to be doing a run of shows at Balagan Theater starting next weekend. So they're good friends of mine, and I'm very happy that they've been able to grow their fan base. And they did that here at Odd Duck Studio over the past 6 years. So that's one example of how this little black box theater has an impact on the artists that work here. So I mentioned original, I mentioned classic. We do contemporary plays. We had the opportunity to do Suburbia. Let me get the image right there by Eric Bogosian. That's Miley Petard, who's a local musician performer in Seattle. And for that particular production, we actually got new material from Eric Bogosian to a debut, basically. So it was like a world premiere of new material from Eric Bogosian. So that's pretty cool. We also do stand-up comedy. I mentioned that. Some of our stand-up comedy shows. I'm going to do a little poster walkthrough there. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We did Big Bully Comedy for a while. We have Unprocessed Moxie is another stand-up comedy show. We started doing stand-up comedy shows about a year and a half, but stand-up has always been a part of our programming. We always had stand-up comedians opening up our improv shows. We also do the occasional sketch comedy show. Don't really have many posters about that, but if you walk through the lobby of the Odd Duck Studio, you'll see our wall of history, and it's shows that we've produced or presented since 2006, and it's a lot. There's a lot of shows we've done that aren't even on the walls, but I'm going to just give a quick little, you see some shows there, and as we go down the hall, that's Karski. They have a show coming up next month. They're an improv duo, very funny. And let's see, walking through. That's our information board. It's pretty cluttered with a lot of local businesses. We like to support local businesses in any way we can, especially the artists that run those local businesses. More posters. Over here you can see our concession stand bar. We do have a mini bar, so we do serve beer, wine, and spirits. Helps to make the entertainment more palatable. Over here, you can see St. Nicholas. Oh, there's Hamlet. That was a really very well-reviewed show, and it was such a blast to play that character. And I probably would have had that opportunity if I didn't have a venue that I had access to in a company that could produce it. So, you know, this is whoa, excuse me, almost lost the laptop there. This is how important Odd Duck Studio has been to me as an actor. I've done a lot of my theatrical work here. And it's not just theater that we do here. We also serve as a location for film shoots. I'm walking through the dressing room right now. It's a little tiny dressing room. And up here in the darkness, there is a technical booth. The lights aren't on in it, but that's a little bit of a tour of the space here. What else? So, yeah, I was saying that we do. We serve as a location for film shoots. There were interviews being filmed here just Monday for a documentary project. We also serve as a space for casting, for auditions, rehearsals. Later on in this video, you'll see some footage I took back in January before one of our weekly shows, which is the Comedy Workshop, which is an opportunity for local comedians to come and work their material. It's an open mic. It's also open to improv artists and sketch comedy artists, but mostly predominantly filled with stand-up comedians. And one of the comics that are going to be that I interviewed for this project just did a show here a couple of weeks ago for our Brown Bag Comedy primetime summer series, and he got to be the feature. So he did 30 minutes of material, but he started doing that stuff here and at UW. So without this space for stand-up comedians, there'd be a lack of places for them to, work their material and basically develop their material. What else? So I said we do plays, we do improv, comedy. Basically, we live up to our name of Eclectic Theater Company, and it fits the Odd Duck Studio venue name. There's the old Odd Duck Studio sign behind me. Anyway, this of course is a pitch video. So you guys, this is a very important place for me. I spend a lot of my time here, mostly volunteer. Every now and then I do get tips when I tend the bar, or if I actually work under one of our contracts. But so many theater artists, so many comedians, so many improv artists have worked, performed in shows here. Designers have designed sets and sound designs and lighting designs. We've had playwrights debut material here. I mean, this is a place that is got so much potential, and we just need to get back on track. We had some people that failed to follow through on their commitments to us, and we missed out on a very large donation, so it put us behind. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna come back out on top. The Shunpike is now our fiscal sponsor, so that's great. They excel at the business of art, and things are going to move forward, but it can move forward better with your help. And this IndieGoGo campaign ends on Tuesday. I'm hoping that it gives us a good injection of funds to give us a cushion so that we can comfortably progress forward. Regardless of what happens, we're going to keep going no matter what. So thanks for watching, you guys, and enjoy the little documentary I put together for you following this. And definitely, if you can give, or if you know somebody that can, please share this information with them. And come see shows. Every weekend we have something going on. Next Saturday night we have a comedy hypnosis show by Jim Kellner. It's going to be so cool. It's called Mental. And I've seen him do comedy. I've never seen him do a hypnosis show. So that's going to be really, really interesting. And check out our website, eclectictheatercompany.org. We always update it weekly, and by we I mean I. But it's more than just me here. There are other people here too. And we're trying to grow the company. We're trying to reignite things and just really make it a stable, fiscally responsible, sustainable company that is also part of the theater ecology, the comedy ecology here. So anyway, that's enough of my preaching. Thank you guys so much for anything you can do, and thanks for your support.
So this is the outside of the Odd Duck Studio, a fairly nondescript venue, but it has an orange facade, which was provided by a former resident artist, Serena Landers. Tonight we've got the Comedy Workshop, which is an open mic that's here every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eclectic Theater Company is the resident company that manages the Odd Duck Studio. We do plays, sketch comedy, improv, stand-up. Brown Bag Comedy is our weekly lunchtime show every 2 o'clock on Fridays. We've got an independent film documentary about stand-up comedy called The Unbookables. It's going to be screening here on January 21st. And we actually sublease one of our studios out to Alleged Tattoo, which is a fabulous tattoo artist, Lisa Orth, and that helps to keep us sustainable. Got our little sandwich board out here advertising shows that are this weekend. This is tonight's show, the Comedy Workshop, an open mic for stand-up, sketch comedy, and improv, but mainly populated by stand-up comedians. This is the inner hallway lobby of the Odd Duck Studio. These are our current shows. That lug right there is me from about 6 years ago. I'm the host of the Comedy Workshop. This Sunday we've got a show called The Big Funny with Travis Simmons, a very funny stand-up comedian. Does a show basically once a month. And we've got Unprocessed Moxie coming up, which is a show hosted by Yogi Paliwow. And that'll be next Friday, the 20th. These are the doors to Alleged Tattoo. And basically all these posters on the walls here are shows that we've done since we took over the space in 2006. So this is kind of our wall of history of the very eclectic array of programming that we produce here and present. And like I said, it's a mixture of plays, stand-up comedy, improv, sketch comedy, and we do screenplay readings, play readings. A lot of groups rehearse here for their shows, even if they're not performing their show here. And we've also been used as a location for film shoots, green screen, and Reggie Watts actually shot a segment here for Comedy Central. So this is the inner theater here. This is currently in the audience and stage setup for the Comedy Workshop with our mic there. I just realized I haven't put the stool out here yet. I'll have to bring that out. That's the Lord of the Rings playing in the background, very dramatic music. This is the 49-seat black box theater. And this is where we make our art. And depending on the main stage show setup, the backdrop is usually always different in some way, which is great for the comedians to play off of in their various shows. I'm Rick Deskin, and I'm signing off. Hi, this is Rick Deskin at the Odd Duck Studio, and we're talking to Landon Whitbread, one of our stand-up comedians that's going to be performing at the Comedy Workshop, which is our weekly open mic every Thursday. Landon, what does it mean to have the Odd Duck Studio as a place to play?
Oh, it's a great place to work out material that I'm the least confident with. It's a wonderful room for me to really figure out what I need to do with things. This is where I come to really test out the foundations of what I use. I mean, it's a critical element for me.
If there wasn't the Odd Duck Studio as a space that was available, what would you do?
I would probably fail as a comic because I would have a bunch of rough material that would go absolutely nowhere.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem.